All right, here we go. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about it's called simplifying complex fractions. And y'all, it's a fancy word for look. This is a division problem, and it has a fraction on top and a fraction on bottom. And the reason we do this now is because really it's irrational. And so here's what we're going to do. Well, some of us are going to do it. Some of you are going to sit there and stare at the floor. All right. So, look, I have fractions on top and I have fractions on the bottom. Does everybody see that? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw this line, and I want a common denominator on top. So I have 4 and 8. 8. Okay, so I'm just going to write out to the side here. I want this to be an 8. So what did I have to multiply the 4 by to make it an 8?
2.
So I had to multiply the 3 times?
2.
Okay, so I have 6 eighths minus 1 8, and what does that give me?
5 8.
Look at you. So I'm going to put a 1 under the 2. I need a common denominator, 12. So what did I multiply the 1 by?
12.
So what do I have to multiply the 2 by?
12.
So that gives me, right? 24 divided by 12 is 2. So that makes sense. So 24 plus 1 gives me 25 over 12. Now it's a division problem. What do we change division to?
Multiplication.
And what do I do?
Flip.
Some of us flip, some of us do not. I suggest you flip in the future. So we do 12 over 25. And then can I do some reducing? Can I cancel my 5 into the 25? And then I have 12 over 8. Can I divide out of 4? So I get 3 and 2. So I'm going to end up with 3 over 10.
How do you do that?
Look,
Can I do it?
what other way?
Oh,
Oh, you could. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care what you do. So he was asking, he doesn't like this reducing. And he wanted to know, can you take 5 times 12 and 8 times 25 and reduce at the end? Go for it. Okay. So here, I'm drawing the line. On top, I only have 1 over x plus 2, so it's already over a common denominator. I'm going to go ahead and put a 1 under the 6. But I need a common denominator. And so this time, what is my common denominator? X. So I multiplied the 1 times x, and I get x. So what do I have to multiply the 6 by? So I have 6x. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So now on bottom, I have 6x plus 4 over x. We're going to change our division to
Multiplication.
yes? And then we're going to go ahead and multiply. The only thing we're going to do is multiply, which is what we were talking about last time. So 1 times x is x. On the bottom, what's x times 6x?
6x squared.
All right. And then in the middle, I have 12 plus 4, which is going to give me 2 times 6 would be 12 every day. Plus 4 is going to give me 16x plus 8. And that's your answer. Okay, for number 3, y'all, what would the common denominator on top be?
2.
2 what?
X.
Okay, so if I'm going to have 2x on the bottom, so on here, I only have an x. So what do I I have to multiply it by?
2.
2. So I'm going to get 2 plus 3 on top. Is that right?
Yeah.
And then on the bottom, okay, it's 12x. Luna, tell us how you got 12x. Was it a guess?
Nope.
Okay. How'd you do it? You took 3 times 4, right? And then they each had 1x. So now, if I want this to be 12x, what did I multiply the 3 by? So I have 4 on top. If I wanted the 4x to be 12, what would I multiply by? 3. So 3 times 3 would give me 9. So I'm going to get 5 over 2x times 12x over 13. Is everybody good? So I'm going to go ahead, my x's cancel, and I'm going to cancel my 2 into the 12 and get 6. So I'm going to end up with 30 over 13. Okay, are we good so far, friends? Yes? Right? It really is just like the rational. Okay. Okay. So we're going to draw our line. I need a common denominator. And so my denominator is going to be what? Okay. So if it's x minus 1, that's my common denominator. If I put a 1 under here, what did I multiply the 1 by? So I have to have x minus 1 on top for this 1, right? Does everybody see that? And then I'm going to add 1, correct? Nobody is freaking, right? We're all good. All right. Now, on bottom, what do I have? Okay, so I need that. I'm going to multiply. I multiply the 1 times the x squared minus 1. So the top one, I also have to multiply by x squared minus 1 plus 1. Everybody is okie dokie? Does everybody see what I'm doing? Do you need something to write with? Does anybody, Christian is sitting. Anybody have anything? Have what? Nope, here. Here. You got something? Thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. All right, so on this side, I have minus 1 plus 1. What happens? All right, and on bottom, minus 1 plus 1. It cancels. So the only thing I need to be careful of, this x squared minus 1. How do I factor that? Right? So on top, I'm going to have x over x minus 1. I'm going to flip. I'm going to get x plus 1, x minus 1 over x squared. Yes? All right. What can I cancel? All right, the x minus 1 is going to go. What else will go? So this x will cancel with this, correct? And it leaves me x plus 1 over x. Yeah. I made some notes on some of your tests, some emphatic notes in red. Things like, absolutely not. Okay. So here, guys, what do you think my common denominator is going to be? AX. Okay. So now we're going to think about this. My common denominator is AX. I have an A here, so what do I have to multiply on top? Okay. And then I'm going to minus. I have an X here, so what do I have to multiply on top? All right. Everybody okay so far?
Mhm.
All right. What's my common denominator on bottom now?
A squared is X squared.
A squared minus x squared, is that right? Oh, I'm sorry,
Oh,
a
wait,
squared
what?
times. Sorry, that's on me. Sorry, guys, a squared x squared. I put the minus,
Oh,
sorry,
three.
yeah, that's on me.
I don't have it.
Okay, so what do I multiply the 1 by?
X squared.
Okay, then now I can use my minus, right?
Yeah.
Now what do I multiply on top?
X squared.
Okay. Everybody, okie doke. All right. So here I'm going to have x minus a over ax. I'm going to change the division to multiply, and I'm going to get a squared x squared. And on bottom, I have x squared minus a squared. So I'm going to do x plus a and x minus a. Is that good? Okay. So now, what can I cancel? X minus a. Can I cancel the ax, and I can cancel one of these? I have 2 and I have 1 on bottom, so we cancel one of them. Okay? So I'm going to do that. So my answer is going to end up ax over x plus a. How are we doing, friends? It's really not as hard. It's not hard, right? Okay. All right. I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to come over and do some of the negative exponents, and I'll be done. So on this side, can you tell me what my common denominator would be?
B times B plus.
Okay. So y'all, yes. But before I move on, can I take a negative out of the 1 minus b because it's backwards? And if I put a negative in front, which I'm going to do, I'm going to do negative here, but then that's going to make this a positive b minus or plus 1 or minus 1. The b becomes positive and the 1 becomes minus because I took the negative here. And then we're going to have the b. Is that okay? Does everybody see what I did? I did that just so in the end we can cancel correctly. All right? All right. Now, on top, what am I going to multiply on top?
B.
B. And then I'm going to put a minus, and I'm going to have to multiply times a negative times the b minus 1. It's a little awkward writing it, but it's going to be fine. We're fine. We're going to be fine. So on bottom, I'm going to have b again, and I'm going to write a b plus 1. So on top, I'm going to have b minus b plus 1. Are we good? All right. So now, y'all, what's minus a minus? Positive, right? Okay. So on top, I'm going to have 2b minus 1 all over minus b minus 1b times b plus 1 all over 2b minus 1. Oh, y'all know. Thank you. Here's what I did. What's b minus b?
Negative B. B squared.
For those of us who are actually doing it, they cancel, and it's -1. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Y'all, everybody stop. I didn't flip it. Yeah, I'm just making crap up, and y'all are just going with it. The only one who asked was Ace, and it's because I didn't subtract right, but I did the whole problem wrong. Where, y'all, where does the bottom have to go? Did it go onto the top? All right, now let's go back to the other mistake I made, where what is b minus b?
0.
All right, and then I get -1. All right, so the b's cancel. What's a negative times a negative? So I end up with 2b minus 1, b plus 1 over b minus 1. Yes, sorry. All right, and think about this very carefully before you answer me, especially you. Can I cross out the b minus 1 and the b minus 1? Why? It's not by itself, and there's a 2 there, and there's a subtraction. But if you are new, you make up all kinds of super fun things. Everybody go to number 8. Yes? So you were not alone. How many times could I say that I was going to punch you if you did it? And several times I wrote, remember the punching? Question mark? Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to do number 8, and I am going to be done. It's Monday. Okay. Before I go on, guys, can you tell me what does the negative exponent mean?
The law of
What? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Tell me what it means, Angel. It's a fraction. Right. So, I'm going to rewrite this and notice there's no logs at all. But the negative x squared, right? That means I have to move it down and make it positive. So I'm going to get 1 minus, where is the negative exponent? Is it on the 4?
No.
So the 4 stays on top and the x squared goes on bottom. Again, notice still no logs. I have a 2 plus 7 over x plus 6 over x squared. Still no logs. I agree with that. Okay. Now, on top, guys, what would my common denominator be? It'll be x squared, correct? So what am I going to multiply the 1 by? So I get x squared minus 4 over x squared. We can all agree with that? All right. What is my common denominator going to be on bottom? It's also x squared. So let's be careful and let's make sure Mrs. Archer actually does this correctly. But I would like to point out, at no time will I write the word log. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 2 times x squared. So what do I have to multiply this one by? Just x, right? So I get plus 7x on top. And then plus 6. Everybody okay? I'm going to attempt to actually write it correctly this time. First of all, before I do x squared minus 4, how does that factor? Nothing cancels.
You can't like do that.
You literally cannot do that.
Okay. I would do it.
I know you wouldn't. Punched. Okay, so now on bottom, where is the x squared going to go? Top. And then I have 2x squared plus 7x plus 12. And y'all, that's going to give me my a times c is going to be 12 and my b is 7. And that's going to be 4 and 3. And I'm going to write it down here so you can see 2x squared plus 4x plus 3x plus 6. Because some of you skipped this whole entire part. I don't know. I don't know who taught you to factor, but I'm pretty sure she didn't teach you the way you were doing it. So I get x plus 2 here. I'm going to divide by 3. So this whole thing factors to x plus 2 times 2x plus 3. And now what can I go ahead and cancel?
X plus 2 x squared.
And that leaves me x minus 2 over 2x plus 3.
No crossing out the X's.
Why can you not possibly?
Also no log.
No logs. And why did I not cross off the x's?
So that's because